All right, let's move into the kitchen. Obviously no fridge. That's one of things we bought today. Tile discoloration. We got epoxy on the floor over here, paint. Trying to give a general overview of the area first. Okay, let's just start over here. Okay, so sliding glass door. This thing is pretty wobbly. You can tell these screws have seen better days. It's an older unit, lots of wear. Sticky. We should capture this in the backyard, but the threshold is definitely puppies trying to get in. Blinds, service, tons of old security services that aren't any longer there. Lots of just dirtiness to this register or threshold overall. Really dirty. It's something you like to see done in between tenants. Let's just operate this. It's closed right now. It's a nice little glob of something stuck to these. Oh yeah, so they've turned them upside down where they popped out in the past. You can see those. They break them on one side and so they flip them around. I did that in college, I know that. But overall, free flowing, not horrible shape. Caulking's getting undone. Looking at the ceiling, we got hooks. Register looks pretty good. We turn the lights in here, sweetheart? Lots of just wear and stuff on the ceiling. I mean, there's just stuff where you wouldn't expect. There's a lot of Scotch tape and stuff right here. Like more damage to the roof than I've seen in any unit. It's not a big deal. Just noticing around the grill, you can kind of see from cooking and stuff, there's a lot of discoloration in this whole area. You know, I don't know if they had, this is definitely a new vent microwave. I don't know if that was previously there. You can see there's just caked on stuff. All these older can lights are yellowed. Again, indicative of a previous smoker. Here's a good location to just see how different the coloration of the tile grouts is. This would be where a refrigerator sits, right? And it goes from, you know, it's not even clean, but grout to just black, nasty. And we're both wearing socks right now, but there's just general dirtiness to these floors all the way around. My wife's feet, when she moved in here, we were taking in just the stuff in the pickup truck. She was barefoot, and oh my goodness, her feet were black in 5 minutes. I actually have some photos of it. Cracking throughout the tiles. This is propagating through 2 tiles. I know there's cracking over here, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna capture all of this, but it's pretty typical. Here's a good view over by my pair of shoes over here. You can see all this just grime and debris on the ground. You know, so no one even bothered to vacuum in between tenants. Here's cracking on the tile. Underside here is about typical, yeah, wear and tear from people kicking it with shoes at their bar stools. There's separation here. Looks like somebody epoxied it shut. Some paint and stuff, but you can tell from the side here that's looking to separate. Lots of cracking right here.
Looks like something broke and we painted it.
Yeah, oh, look at that. So,
wow.
Yeah, somebody painted this. Put in a new tile and tried to paint it. Cool. This is disgusting. This whole thing has a film on it.
We can come this way and get kind of the sheen.
Yeah, I'll try
On
to
the other side.
try to look into the light. I mean, it's just gross. And look at this grout. Like, that's just lazy. I mean,
More food.
There's just food grime. I mean, it looks like somebody. This is gross. It's just unacceptable to leave a house like this in between tenants. The time that it would take it to clean this with a professional service it's unexcusable at this price point in 2023 to leave it like that. Pretty significant wear and tear throughout. Overall cabinets, let's try to get some overall, and we'll get into details. This kitchen's gonna be a long one. I'm just gonna step back and do some overview so we remember to try to do that, and we'll dive into the details here. Obviously some of our stuff we impact. Again, I think I did a good job of capturing that. Built in, actually is in good shape for how old this house is. Cabinetry. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's plant matter. I mean, dead bugs, like, come on. I've never left one of my rentals like this for a tenant. This is pretty embarrassing. Okay, so that's that's a happy dog right there. All right, so let's try to dive into some details here. There's something behind here. Here's just baked on stuff. This is, I mean, that's just gross.
That could have been wiped off. It took that much.
That's gross.
Like things and
You know, no one took the time to clean the insides here. There's damage and stuff. I'm not gonna go through each one of these pegs. But what's really gross is all these locations of these cabinets where people are accessing are just so sticky. You can see that. Here, back up for a second. Close that. That's a high touch area, right? This is where everyone's going to be grabbing. I don't know if you can hear this. I mean, this is sticky. It's just foul, really. It's pretty gross to move into a house. I mean, it's gross. It's really gross. And it's all the way around. And, you know, even after cleaning, oftentimes you've got some wear and tear, specifically where pots and pans have been, but no one's taken any time to clean these. There's dust and debris, and I mean, I'm not even sure what this food matter, stuff like that's coming off. Like, could have been cleaned. Yeah, these two guys are gross. It's kind of, yeah, these lower ones, heavily used cabinets. You know, these ones look pretty good.
they're still sticky on the outside.
Yeah, but yeah, all these high touch areas, these should have been cleaned. It's pretty bad, and that's typical. I mean,
Throughout all.
Yeah.
This one's really hot.
all the high touch areas are just gross. So hold on, let's go to the sink operation first. So overall, we got the sink, seems to be operating just fine. Hold on, let that go. Doesn't sound great. So there's been some wear and tear. Somebody's gotten a spoon stuck down there or something. This is cracked. You see that all the time. Overcaulking, homeowner repair on this. Not great. Cracking in the tile. I mean, just food. I mean, this is sticky. It's gross. I mean, I don't think this family used cutting boards. It's really gross. This was noted during the move-in orientation, the overall cleanliness, and this was also emailed to Invitation Homes right before we signed our lease, that we were talking about the overall cleanliness of the house. I'm really surprised something wasn't done. Really surprising. You can tell no one took the time to clean this throughout the course of living here. There's some stuff in there. I mean, just gross. Overall, the bases, these are heavily damaged from people stacking pots and pans in here and leaving it till later. I'm not surprised based on the overall cleanliness here. I mean, I don't even want to keep touching this. It's gross. Yeah, down here.
Like food stuck to the wall or something.
Oh yeah, check that out. That's awesome.
There's just
So the mowing's new. You know, I'm surprised it sounds the way it does already. Drains, what it is. What is this? Hybris? Anyways, you know, screws left behind. Just overall cleanliness. It is what it is. Not great. I mean, it's just,
food stuck on the inside of the counter.
yeah, this screw been cleaned. Big time. Okay, moving down the line. Tile all the way around is just, I mean, check this out. There's an active spill here. There's like, so what is that? Probably where someone kept some olive oil or something. I mean, no one even wiped down these counters, let alone did a clean, you know. You should take the time to try to clean this grout, but no one even took a wet paper towel to this tile. And you can see all the way around. It's dirty, gross. Here. Oh, check that out.
There's some grease.
Lots of damage from the previous unit that was in here. You can see a fair amount of damage here. Oh, look at this. You know, that's cooking grease over years of not good ventilation in here. Really yellowed. I don't know if that's from cooking grease or if it's from smoking. But that's pretty, all the way down here is pretty gross. These are not all the things we're expecting fixed, we're documenting. This is another cabinet. This is,
Sticky.
it's just,
There's
there's films here. I mean,
stain.
it's gross. It just, you wouldn't want to touch this. This is something you get the previous tenant out and you come in and clean. There's cooking oil. I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch it in here, but
It's like shiny.
yeah, there's a lot of shine. There's specifically spots like there. Oh, I'll get that in 1 second. So this looks like a pretty dang new unit. Does it have ventilation on it? It does. I don't know if they ever used it. Vent fan. Oh. I am. So it just vents into the household. That's awesome. I can smell cooking oil right now, and that was just never set up. That was not established well. And now that I think of it, where's this plumb to exhaust to? The dining room's back there. This would need to vent all the way to the exterior this way, or come up all the way around and vent to the exterior. So I'm not sure what the plumbing is here, but that's why there's such a substantial grime here. There's improper ventilation. So
It felt like it was venting out of this.
I think it was coming up out of this and bouncing down. But anyway, sorry, where I was going. Newer unit, somebody grabbed a Lysol wipe and roughly, yeah, you can see the sheen on here. Just real rough. I mean, look at that. I mean, there's like mac and cheese in here. Like, come on.
And like on this door too.
Yeah, on the exterior here, like this is 101 cleaning that needs to be performed in between tenants. This is just unacceptable. I've moved into college houses that are cleaner than this. More beat up, but cleaner. This is surprisingly in fantastic shape. 10 out of 10 here. I haven't tested the operation. Let's test it out. Okay. Cool. those all appear to be operating pretty well. I'm not gonna, some more, oh yeah, there's a crack you can see right there, damage. I'm not gonna move the stuff you're gonna have to believe us that there is.
More just gross.
Yeah, look at that corner. Stuff just overall grossness. More damage in here from years of cooking oil and stuff. Additional damage over here. So, how's the oven? I think the oven's in.
Surprisingly clean. It smells really bad. And there's food.
Oh, check that out.
in there.
Oh, it does. It smells like cooking oil. Big time. It smells like Pam.
Surprisingly clean.
It's in decent shape, obviously. It's not perfect. You can see down here, that's almost excusable. The glass is fairly clean. And that's a 16-minute video on the kitchen, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But tiles are disgusting, haven't even been wiped down with a wet paper towel. There's cracking throughout. The floors are not clean whatsoever. There's a film. Our feet are gross. Countertops not being wiped down whatsoever. I mean, yeah, look at our socks. I mean, we're a off shoe household, and they're, you know, it's just surprising at a house at the $3,500 plus price point is in condition like this. In my opinion, let's try to capture some of this. Yeah, the baseboards throughout. Oh yeah, check this out. There's actual food underneath here. So
I can't believe it. I can't imagine it's the only one.
yeah, I mean, and I'm not gonna go around and take videos of the floors. So you guys get the idea. I've never left a house like this for tenants before.